What's going on, Apex?
What's good, fam? All right, you guys, let's get the show started. Just had the intro music playing on the live stream. If you guys are on the Spaces side of things, feel free to request to come up. I do see a few speakers looking to come up, so I'll bring you guys up here shortly. Feel free to hit the link up in the Jumbotron as well if you do want to jump over on the live stream. I do have Deck Screener up. I'll be pulling up like Coin Market Cap as well. It looks like HBAR sitting at I haven't checked it today. I think it's like 31 cents. Last I checked, 31 cents. Yeah. So, yeah, things are pumping. The meme coins are starting to kind of send. Some of my main bags at least are sending. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about it, unpack it. We had a really solid meme job space on Monday. So shout out to everyone that tuned in. And then I believe Maui had a space. I wasn't able to tune into it. And also it wasn't recorded, I guess. So I couldn't even listen to it. But I guess Maui had a space yesterday as well. So shout out to Maui, shout out to Meme Job and the just the daily spaces that we're running up here as a community. I missed it. I was speaking in another space at the time. So I hope it went well. If anyone was in that space and you want to talk about it, you're more than welcome to as well. Just kind of keeping everyone up to date. But I legit heard like none of it. So if there was anything important that was shared, feel free to share it as well. Stealthy, let me bring you up as a co-host here. I did just bring up Smack'em again. If you guys want to come up and speak, feel free to come hang out. We're just vibing, talking about meme coins here on Hedera. This is no front running on Meme Job Fun. And if you guys are new here, Meme Job is the pump fund equivalent to Solana here on HBAR. So if you're new here, make sure to follow Meme Job Fund as well. Make sure to follow all the amazing speakers here today that are going to be discussing alpha. And of course, don't forget to hit that button on the bottom right and like and retweet the space as well to show some support as well. All right, Stealthy, what's good, brother? I hope you're doing well.
I'm great, man. I mean, what great timing. Market's pumping. You know, Bitcoin looks great. Ecosystem looks great. Idea memes, if you're in the right ones, all looking pretty good. So I'm pretty happy, man, all around. I'm pretty excited.
Awesome, brother. Yeah, I'm extremely excited for what's about to come. And we talked about on Monday's show, we talked about how basically XRP had a run up when HBAR did as well, but First Ledger, basically their meme job, if you will, they had a run up while XRP was running up because First Ledger came out before XRP ran up. And so, unfortunately, our meme platform here, we launched essentially, meme job launched after HBAR had already ran up from, like, I think the recent bottom was like 6 cents, and of course we went all the way to, I believe it was 40 cents on this last run. So all the meme coins, not necessarily the older meme coins, the legacy ones before meme job, but all the post meme job meme coins missed that, like, I don't even know, what is that, like a 7x or something crazy. So like the meme coins would have got that push because of the liquidity pools and just the excitement in HBAR. But now that we're here and we're seeing HBAR breaking out, obviously we talk about XRP quite a bit as well here. Like, seeing that happening on this next leg up, that's what it's going to take to get these to 10 mil and beyond at this point, because we are seeing just kind of like some form of like stagnation here, not a lot of like new liquidity. Everyone's kind of just cycling through specific tokens, and then new tokens that are really, really exciting, people will sell certain bags to buy in, you know. So that's something that's kind of the state of a HBAR meme coins. Is that what you're seeing as well, Stealthy?
Yeah, man. I think meme job, basically was perfect on the timing and launch, and it's like really the boost the ecosystem needed. And I gotta admit, like I certainly knew that there was liquidity, right? Like waiting for memes and that degen fund, but even I underestimated, how quick things could escalate. And I at the same time, feel like this is just the beginning, man. Like, Hotbot launched yesterday. They did great. Still doing great, and I think their tools, among other, I'm sure there's going to be all kinds of tools released to enhance the experience, right? So I think things are just going to get better and better, especially if the market keeps on trucking. So yeah, I'm pretty happy, man, that meme job's already solidified. Like the free launch, the fair launch platform, and it's primed to basically position us for juicy gains, man, as HBAR keeps climbing. I'm fired up.
Yeah, brother, for sure. I do think timing wise is everything in the space, of course. And yeah, I mean, if we got that pump maybe like a month earlier, it would have been pretty insane for our meme coins. But now we get to see what the meme coins are really going to start to do here as HBAR potentially goes to $1. Like, if you guys maybe didn't buy HBAR up until this point, or maybe you're just getting into HBAR now, I'd honestly, and maybe this is just like a not financial advice type of move at this point, but I mean, I probably wouldn't even be buying HBAR at these levels anymore if you missed it at like the bear market lows. I think there's probably better return at this point in the meme coins. Obviously, it's more risky, but if you're going for like maybe a 3x, I mean, if HBAR has a 10x left in it, I mean, that would be insane, because we will see some like pretty crazy market caps on these, and we did talk about that. Excuse me, we did talk about that the other day as well, but that is really important to note. I will give a disclaimer before we jump, we just kind of dive into the show here. Feel free to hit that button on the bottom right, like and retweet the show, drop a comment, whichever community, whichever meme coin rates the hardest. If you guys are down in the comments, I think it's best that I do a little TA on for you guys. So make sure you guys are actively rating the shows every single day. It is one of the best ways for your communities to get more and more exposure as well. And I just realized I didn't know this. I got a little ping. I guess Hashpack is running a spaces right now. I guess they went live. I don't know if they just went live or they went live an hour ago, but shout out to Hashpack as well. There was something I do want to talk about here after I give the disclaimer. So I'll be right back here. Let me pull up the disclaimer, and then let's get the show on the road. There's something specific I do want to touch on here before we get deeper in here. So just letting you guys know, you know what, I thought I had the right one pulled up, so give me 1 second to go pull it up. Yeah, I must have misplaced the disclaimer, so give me two. every single day showing up. Obviously, if you're bullish on HBAR meme coins, meme job, make sure you guys hit that like and retweet. It is one of the best ways to onboard people into the space. So speaking of onboarding, here's something, and I had no idea Hashback was doing a space. So here's something that I want to just kind of address here publicly, because I did see this. This has just been an ongoing thing. This isn't necessarily a new thing for Hedera retail. I still see people getting upset when spaces overlap one another. And if I share my screen right now, let me see if I can here. Literally, let me just show you guys right now. I don't know if this is live there. I mean, it looks like there's another space going on. If that's true, another Hedera space. So this might be the third one. Let me see if it's live though, because sometimes they're delayed. If it is, then yeah. I mean, there shows if what I'm seeing is true, then it looks like there's another one. So basically, the long and the short of it is, look, like if you're someone that's like complaining right now that there's multiple HBAR spaces going on, let me kind of help like offer. I just want to offer some perspective on what's going on in like the greater crypto space. There's like an Ethereum space going on my screen right now. These look like AI spaces. This one looks like another Ethereum, maybe some Solana spaces. Like there's probably like dozens, like probably 50 spaces at any given time going on, like probably all hours of the day. Let's just be real here. Like if you are someone that's getting upset and missing, like, hey, like XRP has like 2 or 3 spaces going on like almost every hour of the day at this point. And like I run one at 1 hour of the day, and there's like 1 or 2 happening at the same time as me. Like if you're just kind of like missing the point that, hey, like more spaces, even if it is at the same time in Hedera specifically, like let's not miss or forget the fact that other chains are doing them at all times, even when we're doing them right now. And so like Hedera is not this like, or I should say Hedera is not, shouldn't be this like isolated, gate kept little community where it's like, oh, like we can only do one space at a time and then we'll just kind of like leave it at that. I think that is kind of bearish for retail as a whole, because how is it that we're going to claim that we want to onboard people across the board when we can only have one space at a time? Like that's just something that I've seen for years. I mean, I heard about it yesterday too. I guess during Maui space, there was a token. I don't even know what token did it. But some people are saying like that's really bearish for that token. Like I actually encourage that. Like if people are hosting spaces right now, like go run more spaces. You know, we need more content across the board in Hedera, and we have needed that for a long time. And so seeing more of these platforms, and obviously Hashback has one going, looks like Valor has one going, so shout out to them. I mean, we need that. We need more and more people being able to create content in this ecosystem, full stop, period. Like if there's any other like conversations that need to be had, like for me, I just think a lot of these people, whoever's thinking this way, like is missing the point when it comes to onboarding. Like it is normal for this to be an occurrence on Hedera. And if you're telling me, oh, we're not there yet, like I don't care if we're not there yet. That's not the point. We should work towards that future. And if we just kind of stay stuck here, like how are we supposed to seriously expect to onboard people from other ecosystems? I don't think we can seriously say we want to onboard people if we don't want to do that. And that's one aspect of stuff that I'm seeing that in our culture on the retail side of things should change. And I'm going to be vocal on it. I've been vocal on this for a long time, but I still get I still get pushback and flack from it. But I get it. Like people here in Hedera, I mean, we really are like so fixated on like what we're doing here, but there's so much more, and there's so much more community out there to onboard here. And fundamentally, our culture will shift and change 180 completely, even a 360, once we actually start to really onboard people into the ecosystem. And that's when we'll start getting like 3 spaces, 4 or 5 spaces a day, every single hour. Like that would be a game changer. And when you say you want onboarding, that's what you really are talking about, because that would be the kind of exposure and excitement and engagement that Hedera would have at that level. And arguably we need that. So keep pushing, keep grinding. Shout out to all the spaces hosts, everyone that's creating content here, and everyone obviously co-hosting. A lot of these spaces couldn't be done without the co-hosts. So shout out to all the amazing co-hosts. Meme Job, appreciate you showing up here today as well. Stealthy, as always, co-hosting here and hosting yourself as well. So Shout out to you, brother, and everyone that's been hosting here. Stealthy, I don't know if you want to jump on that point at all. If not, I'll throw it to our speakers here today.
Yeah, no, I say let's listen to the speakers.
Awesome, brother. All right. I see a meme job here. Meme job, I'm not sure if you wanted to say a few words before we throw it to Smack 'em here today. Okay, it looks like meme job just disconnected, so no worries there on that end. Smack 'em. I have no idea who's behind the account, by the way. Who's behind the account? What's good? I hope you're doing well.
It's HBAR Joe. Yeah, I am. What's up, guys? How are you?
What's up, brother?
Nothing. Yeah, juggling spaces. I've got new floors going in. We had a flood at Thanksgiving here, and they just got the floors, the materials going in. So it's been a day. It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been good. The meme space is awesome. Meme job is killing it. You've been killing it. I'm excited for everything. I'm not going to show Smack 'em. I'll be glad to answer questions, but I will say this: when we jumped in, I told everybody from the team, I said, we're doing it a little different, so just be prepared for it to take a few weeks, a month before maybe we hit 1 million, and then we can grow from there. And it was like 30-45 minutes, and it was like 2 million. I'm scraping to put additional liquidity in, so yeah. It's quite a ride, so we're excited. It's nice to see people come in like Punkbot did yesterday and grow quickly and make their presence. It's always fun. We did the same thing. You're right. Once some more liquidity slides in here, I think we all grow together, and that's the whole point. I hope everybody's on that same page to grow together, because we're so small right now. We can have battles with each other when we're all big.
Yeah, brother, I agree with that. And yeah, as HBAR begins to pump, that's when we're really going to see the holders here, arguably, which tokens they're going to choose. Like, unfortunately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 million as our like top tokens right now is really nothing. And fortunately for everyone that's early, but also just understanding that, hey, like, you can still buy. This is something else I keep saying. Like, people are like, oh, like the token on HBAR ran to like 300K market cap. Like, I'm late. Like, unfortunately, that just shows you don't understand what's happening in the space. Like, 300K market cap is literally nothing. You could still buy 1% of the supply with like 3K USD. Like, when that runs to like 1 million, that's 10 grand. And when it runs to like a couple mil, every single million, that's another 10K added to that bag. So when we're talking about like how early some of these tokens are, like, we need to really properly be educating as best as we can as an ecosystem. And if you're newer, like, just try to learn as much as you can, because there are tokens on Solana right now that are worth billions. Like, there were tokens that flipped HBAR for a period of time there. Like, that's how big this can actually get. And if HBAR does get to the top 10, we could see similar. I don't think we'll see any $1 billion meme coins, to be honest, this cycle. I could be very wrong. Like, HBAR at $5, maybe we'll see that. But as of right now, I think getting to that 100 mil mark, which XRP just did not too long ago, and they've had their meme coins out since like late October, early November. So, I mean, we're a little behind in terms of like timeline, outside of like legacy tokens, of course, like Growth and so on. But in terms of just like HBAR pumping and having a vibrant meme coin ecosystem, we're still maturing. I mean, we're like 4 weeks old, 5 weeks old. So seeing that in relation to XRP having like 3 or 4 months, it is really fascinating to watch. Like, the next 3 or 4 months, we could have 100 million market cap tokens, or token plus on HBAR. And then seeing the conversation about like flipping sauce, I do believe sauce goes to at least $500 million market cap, if not a little higher. If we can have a meme coin actually get to those levels, like, that would be pretty phenomenal. And it is possible right now that meme coin is out here right now, and you're potentially able to buy in still, whether it's, I see Dosa down there. Obviously, we have Smack 'em up on the stage. Let me see if I see any other meme coins. Tabby, I see you down there on XRP. Shout out to you guys. I don't know if I see any other ones in the audience, but I mean, that the meme coin that could potentially go above 100 mil could be out right now. and we're all basically trading in and out of tokens or just holding our bags, but we could be sitting on and have a bag of one of those tokens right now. And it's really up to us to find it and to rally behind it, to hold it as well, because if you are flipping for like 2-3x gains, these meme coins are gonna run really, really hard. And unfortunately for you, chances are if you were in one of the really, really good meme coins that do run to like 100 mil, pretty much everything right now is a 20 to 50 to 100x, depending on what market cap it's at right now, if you're in the right one. And it is going to take everything in you to not FOMO buy back in at the top if you sold too early. And so really try to understand that until the top really is in for Bitcoin, really is in for ETH and XRP and Solana and all these top tokens. And then HBAR, if we do go to the top 10, until the top is in, even after the top is in, people are still going to be trading the meme coins. Like timing the top, timing taking profits is going to be the toughest thing to do in this cycle, but being willing to be humble and listen when there's alpha callers and people that are just kind of doing this day in and day out and deep in the trenches. The moment that myself and a couple other people are talking about the top potentially being in, which let's be real, most people will never say the top is in. They're going to say, we're going to go so much higher. If HBAR is at like $3, there's going to be people screaming, there's no reason we're not going to $30 next. When that's happening, you better be selling every single thing that you have and stabling out, going to stable coins at that point, because that will be the top. And I am expecting it to happen soon. If we do have a run like 2021, where we do have a pullback over the summer, if you guys didn't know by now, MicroStrategy, MSTR. It's one of the stocks that has like a ton of Bitcoin with Michael Saylor. If you guys are not following, this is like some exclusive alpha for you guys. If you're not following that stock and the chart preceding Bitcoin's price action, go watch it, go study it, go look at it. It is, as of right now, MicroStrategy is following the 2021 bull run for Bitcoin's chart. So if we do get a second wave, which a lot of people are talking about right now, I don't know if it's going to happen, but a second big run on uh, overall crypto markets, just like we did in 2021, then basically sell within the next few months, everything, stable out, and just buy back in over the summer if you want, or DCA, I should say, over the summer at that rate, because MicroStrategy has just been on an absolute tear. And if you are not familiar with where Bitcoin is right now in relation to MicroStrategy, get some studying going on, study up, because this next leg up, potentially in the next 30 days, could be the top or really close to the top for Bitcoin. And a lot of people are going to start calling for 250K, 300K, a million for Bitcoin in the next 30 days. And it's going to be absolutely mental. So lock in, get your emotions in check, get a little journal if you need to start writing in it. But yeah, I mean, practicing best practices here for this bull run top. Bull runs happen so quickly and so fast when it comes to the top. Bear markets is the ones that take years to do to lead up to these moments. So if you're not prepared, you need to prepare yourself as much as possible, because what is about to happen in this space when your portfolio does like a 10x out of nowhere, and if you don't take profits, if you don't stable out this time, and you were here last time and said, hey, I'm going to take profits next time. Okay, well, I really hope you do this time, because the bull run is coming in really hot and really, really fast. So Joe, appreciate you coming up, brother. You're welcome to jump back in. I do see Stone. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I was going to go to your point you made earlier. You see it all the time, but I think a lot of people that are just coming in don't necessarily see it, especially people that have been around and stuck with HBAR through all the downtimes. So, 100 times a day, you see people jump on X and they'll say, give me a low cap under 10 million to jump into. And that's pretty common practice. You see it all the time. And those people, a lot of times, are being serious. So under 10 million is small in a lot of people's eyes on other chains. So I try to keep that in mind before we even had Smack 'em and watching things launch on Meme Job. And secondly, I guess to go to your very last point, the best thing I can relate it to for Hedera people is NFC run we had where everything went 10, 20x in 4 or 5 weeks a couple of years ago. And it was all of a sudden, and some people were waiting for it to go higher and some people were taking profits. But I mean, you hit the nail on the head. And our team follows MicroStrategy's
Let's go
chart as well. So that's spot on, man.
Okay, well, I mean, you love to see it, and yeah, I mean, there's so many factors to be looking at when it comes to like market cycle tops. But if you guys haven't been following, Bitcoin's about to have a crazy run, like probably this week or next week, and that's why all these alts are breaking out. And the moment that Bitcoin has its top, that's when everything else will just like gigascend like crazy, and then after, like, everything just has its own like rotation. But if you don't take profits on each one of those rotations and your portfolio goes up like 3x, 5x, 10x, whatever, like I highly encourage you, like, don't just wait out just because you're waiting for that 100x play or whatever. Like, if you're early enough, you're going to hit 100x's point blank period. If you're buying these meme coins right now and they're like 300K, maybe even 100K if you're feeling extra risky here. You're buying these at like 1 mil. Like I see Gib right here, 1.5. Smack 'em 1.5 as well. Dino 3.6. Honk 604K. Just kind of scrolling down here. Pack isn't a meme coin, but 16.3 million. I'm seeing it here just kind of in relation to some of our utility tokens. Dosa almost 400K, Hurt almost 300K. Just kind of watching some of these tokens, like, okay, well, buying at like 300K right now, and this is what I was saying, like, when people say I missed the boat, like I missed it because I didn't buy in at like 10K or something, like that's just fundamentally misunderstanding what's going on in the space. If that meme coin runs to like 30 million market cap, which isn't that crazy, and I don't think that'll be that crazy for much longer in Hedera here, those levels are going to be a lot more realistic, a lot more feasible soon. And if you bought like a meme coin that has potential to go to like 30 mil and it's like 300K right now, that's 100x. You put in $1,000 on any of these meme coins right now, and if it does run to those levels, which we're seeing right now on XRP, that's over 100x. That would be worth $100,000 at 30 million market cap. Like, people are really misunderestimating, especially if you don't have a lot of experience in the space. Like, at even 10 million, that would still be $30,000, and you only put in $1,000. And if you DCA on dips, you show up every day, maybe support your community, help create content, like, those levels are very realistic. And I want to make sure people understand this. Like, when I was in XRP not that long ago, like in November, trading, because their meme job came out basically over there, and I wanted to onboard people here, so I had to get deep in the trenches over there. You know, I started running space over there, networking really heavy over there, bringing them over here slowly, one by one, and in preparation for meme job, essentially, which at the time I didn't know meme job was even coming out. I was just hoping and praying that something like meme job would come out eventually, because let's be honest, this is one of the best ways to onboard people to Hedera. And so seeing tokens that I was able to get in at like 100K market cap, even 500K market cap, a lot of them ran to millions, like 10 mil, 15 mil, 20 mil. Like, those are 100x plays. And I know some people will try to make fun of me or fun of my alpha chat or whatever, but we absolutely tore it up. We absolutely ate over there on XRP. Did I take profits at the top? No, because it's really hard to time the top. But I've been averaging out some of my positions and making some money here and there. But there are plays like that, and I do believe they're about to happen here in HBAR. I don't know about as extreme, but I do believe if we do break into the top 10, the parabolic nature of what these meme coins are about to do, they will showcase 10 mil, 20 mil, 50 mil. And you guys all know by now I'm pretty conservative with my estimates. But 100 million, I think, could really happen if not the half bill like Sauce will get to. Those kinds of levels is unprecedented for like the average HBAR holder, because we did see like HBAR just completely underperformed for years and years, similar to XRP, but then HBAR is just outperforming everything. So it's like it is a shock mentally. But then when we see these meme coins go from like 300K market cap, a million market cap, and they do run to like 50 mil to 100 mil, that is going to trigger some crazy FOMO rallying in a lot of people realizing like, oh, like, it's not only just about tech, even though tech is really important. it is also about culture and vibes, mimetic energy, just overall community here being empowered. Like meme coins are the ultimate vehicle, not only to onboard to Hedera, but they are basically the best vehicle to form communities and support one another around common goals, initiatives, and I can't think of a better way to do it than a meme coin or maybe an NFT, like an alpha chat or something. Shout out to Stealthy and After Dark Social Club. I mean, watching how these communities come together, that's what really drives onboarding, because enough people coming around a specific goal or just vibes. Really, don't underestimate the power of just vibes and community coming together. Enough people doing that, that's what it's going to take to send these to some pretty crazy levels. And I hope a lot of H barbarians make some fat bags, because a lot of us were here at 3 cents, still averaging into H bar. And I mean, I hope you guys are up a lot, and I hope you guys are able to make a good bag this cycle. I showed up every single day so that you guys could try to get as much alpha as possible. And I hope you guys are continuing to win. That's all I want to see in this space. Stone, I see your hands up, brother. Joe, appreciate the take here, brother. Stone, what's good, brother? Welcome to the space.
Hey man, can you hear me there? I'm coming through from a satellite call in Australia, so I'm not sure if you can hear me.
Yeah, brother. Maybe speak up just a little bit. I know you're by Elon Musk over there, so appreciate Elon.
Yeah, man, we're flying. I'm flying at the moment, mobile phone to Wi-Fi to satellite, flying on SpaceX all the way over to you guys. But I want to just throw some flowers out there to the community, to you especially, to Maui as well for these spaces, the meme job for these spaces. I'm the meme artist for the slum community. We're a little token, only about 30K at the moment, but I've just been reaching out to the bigger tokens and some of the ones that are around the same level as us and smaller, and just reaching out in the DMs and hitting them up going, hey, I see your art, I think it's cool, can I do an art collab? And I'm just trying to build community from our side to different members of the meme job community, trying to create cool art that they can share, that I can share, that just shows people that we are a community, that we are riding together. I don't know whether we're using a jumbotron today, but if we are,
yeah, go ahead.
Cool one I'd love to throw up.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Go ahead.
So I hit up Fofar. I see Fofar in almost every space. He'll be in here, no doubt, if he's still awake. I think he's in the States, but I hit him up and tried to see if he'd come for a ride with me, try and build some community. And he was like, yeah, man, please, I'm trying to build every day. Any help's appreciated. So I put this one together. It's a pretty cool meme. Everyone would have seen it in the past. Hopefully it comes up on the Jumbotron there. Smack'em, I hit you up in the DMs yesterday. I'll be working on your artwork this morning. It's only 8 a.m. here. But I don't know whether that's coming up or not.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate it. Smack'em, I'm not sure if you want to jump in. If not, I'm going to do a little shout out here.
I would like to just very quickly, if Smack'em doesn't come up.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry for lagging earlier.
No, you're okay.
I need to put on my microphone, and I don't know, it kicked me out or something. So, yeah, thanks for hosting the space again. Hi, everybody. I hope you're enjoying meme jobs. I'm very, very happy to see how many meme jobs have been created lately. And I think they're a lot of fun. And yeah, I agree with Apex in every aspect. I think the best is really yet to come. And yeah, let's get ready and onboard the people to Hedera and preach the HBAR gospel.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate you coming up and co-hosting here today. I don't have any idea. I don't know, Blueberry, if you have some alpha here for us. Do you know, like, the peak when Meme Job had all their tokens coming out? Like, what has been the highest traffic? Like, how many tokens coming out every hour? You guys have any statistics for us when it comes to just how many tokens maybe peak have come out every hour?
I don't have the statistics per hour, so like which hour has seen the most token creations, but it has to be somewhere in the first days, because that's where we had peak traffic in the first and the second, a little bit at the third day of launching. That's where most people came in, and there was like this huge influx of tokens created. So as of this right now, I can tell you that there are 4,462 tokens created, out of which 58 migrated to SOL as well.
Okay, so I think that's more than 1% so far, which I think is a really solid statistic. And then in the first few days, I'm pretty sure we had over 100, a couple hundred. I don't remember. I think it was over 100 an hour. So during the basically a year ago, when everything was kind of popping off for DeFi on Hedera, we had a bunch of tokens coming out. If you guys know, before Meme Job, of course, we did see maybe like a couple dozen tokens launching every hour. It was pretty intense, and we didn't even have a platform like Meme Job. So arguably, and I'll just be super blunt here, because let's be honest, HBAR went from like 30, or actually I think HBAR was like around 40, 35 cents, and then it pulled back to 25 cents, and that was around the time Meme Job launched. So a lot of people were actually starting to feel a lot of fear. And yeah, I mean, like I said, timing is everything in this space. And so watching that timing for Meme Job specifically, no one can seriously say that even with couple hundred potentially launching every hour on Meme Job during a time where arguably there was like max fear in the market, when Bitcoin was pulling back to like 90K, all that kind of stuff over the weeks, right? Watching that happen while HBAR is not like pumping to next levels, HBAR is not pumping to all-time highs yet, like watching that happen, I genuinely believe that was only a taste of what is yet to come when it comes to last year, when we had dozens launching every hour. So if you're just like thinking right now that like, oh, like HBAR meme coins are dead, or they're just like really slow, like arguably they are relatively slow right now, even with Meme Job, right? Like even with all these new tokens coming out, people could still argue, hey, like there is more engagement, more activity. But like when HBAR pump, when people talk about that, they're gonna see like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna have hundreds of new tokens coming out every single day, like every hour potentially, once we get to new highs. And if 1%, if we keep that 1% ratio for bonding, we could have basically scale it up to how many hundreds of tokens launch every hour. We could potentially have 1 to multiple tokens bonding every single hour once HBAR starts to really run here. Like that is not like we're having like 1 or 2 maybe bond a day at this rate. That would shift to like every hour. That's how crazy I'm expecting. That's how crazy it's gonna get. So the traffic, the inflows on Meme Job, the interest in like these kinds of spaces, the new levels of just tokens coming out, like it's gonna be mental. It's gonna be so wild. And like all I can do is just like encourage people to try to mentally prepare for those times. And even with like spaces and stuff too, like it's gonna get so wild, so hectic. And I mean, once we're at those levels, I keep saying, like, if you hit any significant X's, 3, 5, 10, 100X, whatever you might hit, and obviously the earlier you are, the higher chances you are if you're just holding your bags, accumulating on dips. Like if you're not accumulating on dips on these high conviction plays, that is how you miss those 100X plays. Like I can't stress that enough. I was in BERT, which is my PFP on XRP. I bought in at 125K. I averaged in at 500K. I was still buying at $1 million. I still bought at 2 million, at 3 million. And right now, last I checked, it's at like 10 mil or something. Like that was 100X for me. Regardless of how much profits I took out of it, you still have to DCA. Obviously, I'm deep in the community, supporting it, all that kind of stuff as well. But like being able to really seriously have those gains, it does take a next level of like commitment and sacrifice on your end if you really want to show up and back up some of these communities. And it's going to show. The more people that sacrifice for these communities, they are going to outperform. And just really quick before I go throw it back to Stone and Stealthy, we'd love to kick it to you as well, brother. I do see Dosa. I do see Gib. Those are the two communities that I've rated the hardest. I am going to refresh my page, by the way. I think Gib is out, has a few more raid posts on the spaces right now. And again, once the space is about to end in the next about 20 minutes, I will do a little TA for the community that does rate the hardest. So make sure you guys get your meme coin communities up in here rating. I do see Honk down in the audience. I do see them rating as well. So shout out to all those communities rating. I will give a shout out to every community that is rating as well. And as I said, and Smack'em. I do see Smack'em down there as well. So shout out to all the HBAR community. Stone, I see your hands up, so I'll kick it to you, and then I'll throw it back to our amazing co-host, Stealthy.
Yeah, man, I just wanted to say on your point that everybody getting hard on the meme tab, like going massive amount of adoption and massive amount of tokens. I think it just shows there's a lot of people here like me that were here last cycle and have been here for 5 years waiting for something like this to come up on Hedera. I know that there are other members in my community, the slug community, that been here for 5 years, just waiting for some way to get involved, to show our art, to show stories, and have a platform to do that. So I just want to once again flowers to Meme Job for bringing this all together, for bringing us a space where we can actually stand up and be loud and be proud, because I've been waiting for so long, And to your point of well, taking profits, I missed it last time, man. I was only in crypto for a year, and I missed it, but I just held my bags. I held strong, and I'm back, and I'm up big time, baby. So I'm stoked. But thanks for the alpha from you, and thanks again to Meme Job for this realm and these spaces, man.
Awesome, brother. Well, appreciate it here, brother, and I'm glad to hear that you're winning. I hope everyone's winning and eating from the bear market bottoms. And if you're new here, maybe you're just buying meme coins on HBAR, maybe you're just buying HBAR. I just hope you're educating yourself and understanding where we are in the market cycle as well. Because once things get euphoric and blow off top level, if you guys were not here in my spaces about a year ago, I did say this space feels very toppy right now back in February, and I sold a good chunk of my portfolio either into stables or back into HBAR at that point from meme coins. I sold all my HTS, and HBAR definitely outperformed in that time. And so watching that, it is going to be very vital to find people that are going to call for the top when everyone is euphoric. So lock in, you guys. The cycle's about to get absolutely mental. You have not seen, if you think you've seen some crazy moves, you haven't seen anything yet. It's about to get really wild, really fast. Stealthy, brother, I'm gonna kick it to you.
Yeah, no, I fully agree with you on that strategy. I'm a firm believer of picking winners, and I think and doubling, tripling down on them, the size. That's just what's worked for me. And I think the benefit right now with Hedera is, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's easier than a lot of other ecosystems right now because it's flourishing, right? Like you can kind of really, I think there's a bit of an edge here to kind of assess like the teams that are putting in work, like HunkBot, for example. They were first to market with a bot. They were smart to also include ads, advertising, revenue, obviously, so earning revenue right away as a team, with their product and delivering value at the same time, and then launching like 3 other, maybe I'm behind. They probably launched another one since, but just like they've delivered value, right? And before they've even launched a token, and I think there's going to be a lot of more opportunities that are kind of in that light, and same ways with the actual meme tokens and stuff launching. You're going to see, the obvious ones that are putting in the effort, and I think there's a lot of opportunities. So a lot easier to pick your winners. Like I'm doing a lot better here than I was on Solana, and I've been in Solana for a long time, and I thought I had, pretty good alpha and just pretty tapped in there, but I'm fucking easily making way more in Hedera. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way things are going.
Yeah, I've tried my hand in Bitcoin memes. I've tried my hand in Solana memes. XRP memes absolutely printed. So I think they're still about to go crazy. Like if XRP flips Ethereum really soon, I mean, we haven't even started on XRP memes somehow, which is going to be absolutely mental. Like 1000Xs are going to be for a lot of the people, especially if they were early enough. But like HBAR, I think HBAR is like that. To be honest, like I'll just be super blunt here. I barely held any Bitcoin, barely ever held any Solana through the bear market. You know, my two biggest bags of all layer ones, it was always HBAR and mainly, and then I had a decent bag of XRP, and that's it. And guess what? Both of those are the main outperformers right now, and I'm betting heavy on both of their meme coin ecosystems. Like HBAR running, I'll keep saying this. HBAR runs to top 10. We will see, and I've said this for years, years. I've been here for like 5 years on HBAR. I've said for a long time for this cycle, I said, look, if HBAR gets to the top 10, yeah, I think XRP does crazy numbers. I think it'll go to $10, maybe higher, depending on what happens, ETS, whatever. I know there's like some ETF rumors or whatever for HBAR too, but if HBAR can get into the top 10 this cycle, not only do I think this cycle will just be like a lot different than a lot of people are kind of expecting in terms of like blow off top wise, but HBAR could get to multiple dollars. Like I've said, a lot of people know this if you listen to my shows long enough. I have said HBAR will top out at like 78 cents to 80-cent range. I think SOS will top out around like 90 cents or something, right? Like that's what the fib levels are showing me. But if HBAR can pull it off, and maybe we do get some ETF news or whatever, you know, you guys all saw the pump with like BlackRock and stuff. HBAR can outperform even at like 30 cents right now. That's still a 10x from here, and it already did like like 11x or something. Like HBAR always had that 100x potential in this space, and I said it for a long time, but being able, and very few tokens are going to do 100x even in this, even a meme coin for that matter. And so being able to just kind of witness this historical moment where pretty much everyone in HBAR that DCA'd continued to buy and average in at the bottoms, like we were right this whole time. A lot of the XRP holders right now are like celebrating like crazy because they were right. And if you're able to be in either ecosystem or ideally both, you were right. And basically 90 something percent of the entire everyone in crypto that faded, spoke poor. Like every time I was in other ecosystems, talking about HBAR, they always kicked me from the space. They always said that they were maxis or whatever it is. HBAR is going to zero, HBAR centralized, whatever, you know? Same conversations, but with like the SEC for XRP, that kind of stuff. Those two big communities have gone through pretty much the worst spot that I've seen in crypto. And I knew that those were going to be the ones, hey, like they're going to outperform. And once they have meme coins, it's going to be over. Like you have to be able to size in, buy the tips and find the right place. And Stealthy mentioned Honk, right? Honk just came out yesterday. I'm looking at it right here on Deck Screener, 573K market cap. Like Stealthy, I don't know if you want to talk about BonkBot. Personally, I never used BonkBot, to be honest, because I didn't really go too deep on Solana. But I mean, if you want to give like a little, I guess it's like a little bit more of a show here for Honk, but like it is important because Honk is the only one doing this to my knowledge right now. And it is important to be aware of not just shilling the token, but talking about, hey, like we need tooling. We need this kind of tech on Hedera years ago in relation to Solana. And now we're starting to get some of it. So Stealthy, I don't know if you want to talk about like what's exciting to you about Honk and maybe where BonkBot just kind of like the success of BonkBot to kind of get people excited for what's to come potentially here on Hedera.
I think it's pretty simple. There are several bots on Solana, none of which have a token. But I guarantee you that they're all making quite a bit of revenue on ads, on their fees. And I think HonkBot launching a token is supremely bullish. I mean, again, they've already proven that they you know, they can build great tools and so far like safe ones that nobody's got to connect wallets to and stuff, right? So, and at the end of the day, like I think we all understand the risks. I mean, most people should understand the risks. Like, of not really, you shouldn't really like treat a bot wallet like it's your, like it's your hot wallet anyway, right? It should be treated as a burner, right? You use it to get in and out, you transfer funds out. And so in that regard, like just for people who do have safety concerns, but I just feel like, you should certainly treat these bots always like a burner wallet anyways. So practice safety on your own accord, but at the same time they've delivered, and I think just being able to invest in them as a business is something that like I think that they're kind of like, even same thing with the Hashpack, right? And Kabila, like why doesn't Phantom have a token? Like that would go crazy. MetaMask, like I feel like these are missed opportunities, and this is what crypto is supposed to be about, right? Ownership in the products that we use, and the tools that we employ. So bullish, man. If I haven't made that clear, fired up.
Yeah, brother. And then just to confirm, did you say that BonkBot does not have a token?
No, that's like a separate entity.
Gotcha.
It's not really Bonk's token, right? Like that
Gotcha.
came out after. It's a community thing. Yeah, but they burn. They burn a lot of Bonk. Like they're bullish for Bonk, right? Like, yeah. So I guess that they dedicated all of their yeah, I wasn't trying to throw shade, but at the same time, yeah, like this is a different thing, but very bullish.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. And shout out to HonkBot. I'm really bullish. I'm always bullish on new tooling for and within our ecosystem, of course, and just organic. Obviously, we want to see the tooling come out and kind of be fleshed out, and the community to use it. But as I said before, if there's hundreds of tokens coming out and we start to see, we're barely seeing like all the big Solana influencers coming to XRP. If Hedera has that wave, like maybe going into the summer or something, because we all know Hedera is like a bit delayed outside of other chains, just because like we're just always playing catch up until we're like there, we haven't got there yet. But once we get there, like if we do get that, the overall meme coin meta, just everything fundamentally flips on its head. And when you get like these top tier tooling, whether it's HonkBot or whatever it is on Hedera, but Honk is the most recent one right now that I'm looking at, and I bought a bag personally, like watching these tokens come out. And as I said, I'm expecting hundreds of tokens an hour to start dropping once HBAR is really sending, especially if we get to the top 10, like hundreds, maybe even thousands. Like I think thousands could be totally realistic. And seeing like 1 to 10 tokens bond an hour will be so like shocking for people that people will just be chasing the next thing. Let's be honest, like watching those kinds of levels. And then here's the other kicker that's really exciting too. The current tickers that, if you want to call them blue chips or whatever, maybe they're a couple 100,000 market cap, maybe they're a couple million market cap right now. Two things are going to happen. One, people are going to sell all of it to chase the next thing, or two, the big money, the smart money is going to find whatever current tokens exist that are really good, strong communities, and pump them so hard, so fast first, and then they'll start launching their own tokens as well, or do that both at the same time. So it's really important to be aware, like not only is being early like have its perks, but also being early is really risky at the same time, because if we do get to the point where like 1 to 10 tokens are bonding an hour, it is going to be really tough to just like find the needle in the haystack, if you will, because 99% of them are probably going to end up rugging anyways. And you don't want to be losing money left, right, and center, So the 100Xs are going to be out there, but also the 99% drawbacks are also going to be there at the same time. And so being able to focus and watch these top tier tokens right now, where the community is focused around them, if you're buying a meme coin right now and there is not people rating this space, rating in other spaces on Hedera, rating cross chain, that's so important. If they don't even have a community, like there's literally no reason to buy it unless you're just like speculating heavy and just willing to gamble your money. Like I am only buying meme coins right now that are forming a community. And sure, your market cap's like 100K, 200K, maybe 300K, like the community is still forming. Like it's still so early in its infancy that it still needs to prove itself. It's still figuring out how it's going to continue to move forward and grind. And like if there's amazing content and community members that are just stellar, Like they're showing up every day, continuing to grind, continue to work for their bags. Like I said this on Monday, if you're in a community and your community is not working for your bags and vice versa, like I'm personally not going to buy it, because if I'm ever in a position where I'm not working for my bags, but other people are going to for me, like that's a win-win situation last time I checked. And that's really important as well. So it's going to be really easy to pump some of these market caps up maliciously when you have low liquidity. That is going to start happening soon. And people are going to be like, well, look, this one has 10 million market cap out of nowhere and it has like a couple 100K liquidity. It's clearly the number one runner. Like, don't get caught up in that kind of stuff. Sure, you could try to flip in and out of it, but it is going to be one of the easiest ways to get wrecked really, really soon. And we're going to start to see that, especially once HBAR not only has more tokens getting bonded, but as HBAR pumps, because obviously it'll attract all types of people, good teams and bad teams. And unfortunately, way more bad teams are going to be out there. So you got to be as emotionally checked as possible. So if you're not, then you're going to chase every single thing. And that is your one-way ticket to, unfortunately, getting wrecked, unless you're extremely, extremely lucky in this space and you happen to land on a random 100x. And that's even if you take profits on that 100x. So don't ever forget to take profits if you're ever up on a position. I always encourage people to take initials out, potentially even size out if you need to. Obviously, if you hit like some crazy X, like 10x, 20x, whatever, size out of your position. Don't be holding the bag unless you believe it's just going to go like crazy, crazy higher. The community's there. The community's goated. The devs goated. You guys know what I'm talking about. So we're going to start wrapping up the show here. I do see Smack'em still up on the stage. Smack'em, I don't know if you want to say any final words before we start wrapping up, brother.
Yeah, man, I think it's the first time I've been on stage in one of your spaces. I love it. I can't wait to get back and do more and listen. It's been fantastic. Looking forward to the future, growing the swarm. Lots of things to come. Our goal is to partner with a lot of these new tokens in the Hedera ecosystem, ones that aren't out yet, ones that are already out. That's our goal. Grow our brand, grow our token, and grow Hedera, man.
Awesome, brother. And I'm assuming you're the one that responded to us. I wanted to kind of just talk about it briefly. On I believe it was the Gib Alpha chat. I could be wrong. It could have been Dosa, but I had made a post and a couple people were like starting to raid more and more just as a community. But it's really, really normal on other chains, but we need to see it more on Hedera. And whether it's like talking about flipping other tokens or just rating like quote, retweet, copy pastas. Yeah, I mean that kind of stuff. I don't know if it was you behind the account, but on the Smack'em one.
I love some Gib. It's one of my good bags. So I like to get in there, and it's good to see the community, and I talk to our community too. Like look at what they're doing. Yep. We've got strong people, and yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, brother. Yeah. So it's always just to kind of clear it up if it wasn't and this goes for everyone that like has their own tokens and stuff. Like when everyone's talking about like flipping or any of that kind of stuff, like it's always going to be in good fun. And when we talk about like market caps and that kind of stuff as well, it is really, really important to just kind of be aware of that. Hey, like everyone is so ridiculously early, and it's going to be, at least in this current time, it is community versus community. If people really want to kind of fixate on that, but it is really going to be which meme stands out as we continue to onboard more and more people, which memes just kind of resonate with people as well. So kind of gauging market caps versus in addition to like the price, the amount of people that are rating every single day. I think that's such a vital metric as well. So if your communities are not rating, your communities are not showing up every single day at the bottoms, because arguably right now, every single meme coin right now on Hedera is near a bottom or at a bottom right now. So watching those levels, those potential buy-ins, it is really, really vital to be aware of as well. So lock in, get to rating, get to working for your bags. I do see, oh man, it's almost a tie between Dosa and Gib right now. You guys both had like almost 10 posts on the raid. So shout out to both of you. Gib, I did see you just come on. I do need to end the space like right now. But Gib, if you want to say a few words before we wrap up the space here, the floor is yours. Welcome to the stage.
earlier, I'm going to be thinking, but I'll be here. I mean, usually tweets if I go to sleep. So, please keep reading, guys. You're doing an amazing job. And I'll keep pushing out the main content as I can. So keep giving, never give up.
Awesome, brother. Well, appreciate it. Bullish on Gib, bullish on Smack'em, all the tokens that are obviously coming up here. I appreciate everyone that came in during the space. We are going to keep these to an hour here. Stealthy, I don't know if you want to say any final words. Blueberry, same to you. I do have the TA pulled up here, the fib levels on Gib. So I'm going to touch on that really, really quickly here. It looks like we are back testing here the key Fibonacci levels, the 618. This is normal. This is very healthy, especially when we have new tokens coming out as well. And people are kind of PvP between communities right now, which is normal. That's fine. Just kind of watching it. It just means we need to onboard more, that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, Gib still at a strong level. I don't want to just say, hey, this is the bottom, because obviously we could go lower, but I will say that this is the key level to sustain, or we will probably see some more downside action on based on fib levels. The max, and I've been saying this if you're in my alpha chat, link is in my bio. 5.325 million market cap is the max fib extension on this next leg up. So if you guys are fading Gib, just kind of watching it, it is one of my conviction plays personally, obviously not financial advice, but watching, being able to buy in at like 1.5 mil, and this next leg up is 5.3 mil. That's like a 3x, 3 or 4x. I got to do the math in my head here. So if you're able to get in at like the 618 fib level, that is the golden ratio on the Fibonacci, by the way. That is pretty much the best entry you're going to get, unless people just really profit take for whatever reason down here and do a triple bottom, which I don't think we're going to see that personally. I want to remain as unbiased as possible, but Gib chart looks great. Obviously, kind of touching price discovery here on January 11th. So continue to watch these charts. And as I said, every single show that we do here, whichever community rates the hardest, I want to give you guys some TA. Make sure you guys are up to date with what is going on in the show. Gib, appreciate you, brother. I hope you're feeling better. Smack them, and then we're going to end the show here.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, great job, Gib. I love it. Check your DMs. I sent you one. I think you're in a way different time zone than me, but just take a look at that later.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Will do. You heard IPEX guys. Fibonacci 618 spells Gib. That's our level. We're gonna consolidate here and move back up. Thanks, guys.
Awesome, brother. Appreciate the raids. Appreciate everyone that came out and raided today. Smack 'em. Gib. Dosa was like neck and neck with Gib, so shout out to Dosa as well. Punkbot and every community that came out today. Stealthy, you want to close us out, brother? The floor is yours.
Yeah, that was a great space. It was a great conversation. Appreciate everybody on the panel and everybody in the listeners. We'll see you guys next week, Monday. Have a great weekend, and let's hope Bitcoin like really makes 100K. You know, puts it in the rear view. For quite a while. Let's see what happens.
Awesome. Let's go. Appreciate you co-hosting today, brother.
All good.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, appreciate everyone that came out. Blueberry, I wasn't sure if you wanted to say a few words before we wrap up here.
I just want to say,
So I'll make sure. Did you guys hear? Did I rug?
No, yeah, I couldn't hear her. She cut out.
Blueberry, I think your mic is muted.
oh, okay, so, yeah, sorry. I just wanted to say, good, everybody, I wish you have a good evening. Thank you for being here, and thank you, IPEX, for hosting the spaces. You've been wonderful. And yeah, shout out to all the projects in the audience. I definitely enjoyed hearing from you, and I love how active you are. So yeah, keep it up, and good luck, everyone.
Awesome. Best of luck to everyone. Best of luck to all the communities. Shout out to all the communities that are rating, working for their bags. I am supremely bullish on you guys. Let's keep onboarding to Hedera. Don't forget to like and retweet. It is the best way to support the show. If you're bullish on HBAR, meme coins, HBAR, and of course, Meme Job as well. Make sure to shoot all of the amazing speakers here today a follow. And with that, we will end the show here. Much love, you guys. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll catch you all later. We're also about to run up the XRP space. I got to do something, so it might be delayed a little bit, but within the next hour or two, we're going to run it up. So much love, you guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next space. Peace, y'all.